we're just rounding up the migrants and taking them all back to their own country. That's what's happening down in Texas, and you may not be surprised that this is Governor Abbott's response after a weekend of mass shootings, one down in Texas, of course. And he's announced his tactical border force because Title 42 is going to be ending soon. So we have to make sure that we politicize the hell out of that and make sure we don't talk about how Americans are murdering each other. But still, he also went on Fox News to promote his new tactical force because that's all they care about. Let's go.
We are deploying today a new Texas tactical border force made up of elite National Guard who are specifically trained for one thing. And that is to identify areas where illegal immigrants are trying to cross the border and to fill that gap and to repel them, to deny them access to entry into the United States. They can do it one of several ways. They can physically turn back those who are trying to cross the border illegally. Also, they were building immediate concertina wire border barriers that prevent people from coming across the border.
They're doing all these things as far as the border. What are they doing as far as these murders that are happening in your state? Children dead again, families completely disrupted and will never recover. But still, let's talk about this. It's okay, by the way, you can talk about this if you think that's an issue, but we can also talk about the problems that are happening within the state because of course, it's all based in the dangerous nature of these folks that are coming up from other countries. He not only did that, you guys, he also held a press conference to talk about this because there's nothing else that he can think of except for this. Watch more.
Right now, as we're speaking, the Texas National Guard is loading Black Hawk helicopters and C-130s, deploying specially trained National Guard members for the Texas Tactical Border Force. They will be deployed to hot spots along the border to intercept, to repel, and to turn back migrants who are trying to enter Texas illegally.
Big news coming out, Dara. And by the way, Title 42, for folks who are seeing this getting tossed around all the time, this was something that came into effect during the Trump administration, using it as a new tool to keep folks from even having the opportunity to seek asylum here in the country. And they wrote it off as a way to help fight against COVID-19 spread, which for some reason they also thought didn't exist, told people that you should take hydroxychloroquine to cure it, and also that it's just fake all around. But still, we needed this in place to keep from folks spreading it to each other. It doesn't have to make sense because they just did these in different intervals to continue to scare their base. So that's what it is happening. By the way, the Biden administration expanded it and kept it around once he came in, which angered a few folks who also voted for him. So now the tables have turned. It's going to expire, and now it's Biden's fault. He's welcoming in all these migrants to come and break into your houses and also assault your children. That's the ploy here that's going. We've got more of the way they're trying to approach this. If it couldn't be any more Republican, let's jump down to graphic 3, you guys. This is images that are floating around in response to this as well. Bernie Carrick said, this invasion, if you haven't heard that before, that was from what you're gonna soon discover, 2018, of the US is authorized by Joe Biden's White House and is being supported by Senator Schumer, Pelosi, and the Democrats. And he mentions everyone. Weird, because there's Republicans that are also in office. Apparently it's not being backed up by them. Who's gonna financially support these people? The American taxpayer. I don't give a damn about what party you're a part of. We got to stop this. Look at that horrific picture. It's scary. It's all of these folks. Look, they're waving flags from their home countries and they're coming to come murder you. There's another guy, Richard Grenell, also posted the same picture. It's going around conservative pundits and politicians' Twitter feeds, probably Instagram and everything like that. The one thing you should probably know though, you guys, is that this picture, this scary picture, it was also a scary picture back in 2018 when these same types of folks spread it around and said, look, the migrant caravan is on its way to our borders. And if we don't do something about it, like vote for more Republicans, it's gonna come and get us. Sounds like a political ploy. And then after that midterm election, how much did you hear about this? How much did you see those pictures? They waited till 2023 to recycle them.
They're treating it like it's like the zombie apocalypse, like all these people are trying to get out of Raccoon City, you know? Yeah. It's so ridiculous. Like the terror journalism that's coming out of these people, that they're just playing into people's fears and quite literally presenting it as if, look at that picture. It's like, it literally looks like it came straight out of Resident Evil, and it's ongoing, and it's a perpetual problem that this is like, this is absurd. To me, it's just doomsday journalism. And I'm being really, really, really generous by using the word journalism to describe it, because
it's politics.
Call that journalism. Yeah.
There's a reason why politicians then also support the doomsday style journalism, but also spread these types of things. Love that there are pundits that support them, say these types of things. They need to push that lie. So even when it gets dispelled and obviously point out how much of liars that they are, it doesn't matter. It's already penetrated the brains, and it stays. So you'll still hear your uncle at Thanksgiving talk about those damn migrants.
They're taking advantage of people who already don't trust mainstream media. And unless something happens right in front of them, they're not going to believe anything that's told to them unless it comes from, places like Fox News, or I guess some of their trusted Twitter personalities. I'm not.
That is the basis for all these.